What's up, everybody? JediMasterJosh here with the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and we're going to be looking at the Legendary BB8 event today. And we're going to be looking at the characters needed for such event, and that's going to be the characters in the First Order faction. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at those guys right now, and I'm going to go ahead and say, in my opinion, the only two characters that are actually necessary for this event are going to be Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren Unmasked. The other three characters are pretty much just a toss-up. Now, as you can see, I have Kylo Ren here, and Kylo Ren does have Outrage Zetaed. Now, this is going to be pretty useful in the event. I can't say that it's necessary or not. And then over here we have Kylo Ren Unmasked, and his leader ability is also Zetaed. I can't say whether this is necessary either, but I can say that this is definitely going to be super useful, because this, with Kylo Ren Unmasked's leader ability, he is the end-all be-all First Order leader now. And this is going to be useful now and in the future for sure, and so I can see this being definitely worth the Zeta. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this, and I've already done tiers 1 through 4 so that we don't have to go through the pain of the simple battles that are tiers 1 through 4. And we're going to go ahead and do tiers 5, 6, and 7 so you guys can see BB8 unlocked, and we can go ahead and get this started right now. Now, like I said, you're going to want to run Kylo Ren Unmasked as your leader. This is definitely going to be the strategy for this event. Now, go ahead and get it started. I love this little intro. Everybody loves the intro. Alright, they're advancing. Let's get this going. Now, like I said, you're going to want to have this Zeta on Kylo Ren Unmasked, just because he's simply, it helps out with the entire team, because when they land any type of critical, they're going to gain a bunch of turn meter. So, now, first of all, I wanted to stun BB8. He's going to be a pretty big problem. With his Illuminated Destiny, he just, you know, he's definitely a problem. So this is already going pretty easily. As we can see, tier 5 is not a problem here. And if you can, you want to spam Kylo Ren's Outrage and absolutely try and keep BB8 stunned, which I am having a very difficult time doing already. So here we go. Okay, so tier 5 seems to be pretty simple. Now, Kylo Ren Unmasked has an awesome stun ability here as well. That's super useful. And we're just going to go ahead and finish this off here pretty quickly. So again, this Zeta on Kylo Ren Unmasked is definitely making a huge difference in this team, and I would absolutely recommend it. So tier 5 done. We got our last shards to unlock BB8. Pretty awesome. And we're not going to go ahead and activate them right away. We're just going to jump right into tier 6 and get this going. Hopefully we can get 7-star BB8 by the end of this. And again, same team. Like I said, the 3 characters other than the 2 Kylos are practically unnecessary. So Veteran Han says, I need a bigger gun. Yeah, you do. Alright, so immediately this definitely is a little bit harder. We can see that they got a lot more protection, a lot more health. But again, we want to try to keep BB8 stunned and out of this, because he can pose a threat. And we're going to go ahead and stun Rey too, because she is also a problem. And We're going to try and get rid of Rey first, being that she is, like I said, a problem. And I'm noticing right away that this is actually not too difficult, especially when you're running Kylo Ren unmasked as the leader. And it's definitely a huge change up from not having the Zeta, and I'll definitely recommend it. And keep recommending it, I guess. Alright, now what I'm noticing with these battles is that BB8 and Rey are going to be the problems, and we don't want to have to deal with those two. To keep them out of the battle, to keep them stunned, to get rid of them first is probably going to be the way to go. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and finish out Tier 6 without a problem. And there we go. Now Tier 7, definitely excited to see what Tier 7 has to hold for us. And again, we're going to try this strategy of keeping BB8 and Rey stunned. Alright. And last time we'll see this little animation. Okay, big deal. I'll take the ugly one. They're wearing helmets. Oh boy. Alright, and again, so BB8 starts with, which is a problem. And so keeping these two stunned is definitely going to be the way to go here, but it seems as if in this final tier we're going to have a little bit of trouble keeping BB8 stunned. He gains foresight as well. There it is, Illuminated Destiny. Oh boy. Tier 7, definitely a lot more difficult than I expected, actually. But we'll see if we can go ahead and finish this out. And you see, like I said, these two characters are really the only two characters that you're gonna need. See, just these two alone, it looks like I might be able to go ahead and finish this. Alright, so we're definitely, yeah, I cannot advocate enough that these two characters are realistically the only two characters that you need. I don't know why I did that. But the only two characters that you're going to need to beat this event. I wouldn't worry too much about gearing up any of the other characters past gear 8 or so. And definitely the two Kylo Rens, and I can't stress enough how important the Zeta on Kylo Ren Unmasked is for his leader ability. It is phenomenal, and as we can see here, it's just got a 7-star BB8. So we're going to go ahead and activate BB8. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of his kit, and we'll see just what he has in store for us. And BB8 is part of the meta, everybody, so he's definitely a character you want to have. He works well with a lot of different factions, a lot of different teams. His Illuminated Destiny is just absolutely killer. He's definitely a great character to have, and this event is, only around for a short amount of time, so it does give you a lot of time in between to farm these characters, and both Kylo Rens right now are absolutely 100% free to play. I would consider myself a free to play character, and as you can see, I'm not super powerful. My galactic power is only at 1.25 million, and so I've been playing this game for 10 or 11 months now, and I can't tell you guys how much I love this game. So there's BB8 for you at 7 stars. His event completed. Both Kylo Rens is the way to go, 100%. And let's look at this guy's kit here. And so his first ability, Arc Welder, once maxed out, is going to deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. If the target already had tenacity down, and inflicts daze for 2 turns. So that's pretty awesome there. Daze is a great mechanic, and you always want to remove tenacity from characters so that you can get those debuffs in on them. Now in his second ability, Convert Data Transfer, we're looking at BB8 and a random ally who doesn't have it gain the Secret Intel unique buff for 3 turns. Then BB8 gains 8% turn meter for each ally with Secret Intel. If all allies are droids, BB8 gains taunt for 1 turn. So Secret Intel has this little note here. It's a plus 25% potency, and when another ally uses a special ability, they gain Secret Intel for 3 turns. That's pretty cool. And then the cooldown for Illuminated Destiny is reduced by 1 for each ally with Secret Intel. So that's pretty great here. Here in just a second, we're going to get to Illuminated Destiny. So this is what makes him so awesome, really. Here is you dispel all debuffs on all allies and expose all enemies for 2 turns. Now this is great on a resistance team with Finn as the leader if you get the Zeta on Finn, because once you get that expose going, that's the end of the game for them. So that's great, but you know, Finn isn't really lead meta right now. We're looking at Jedi training Rey being with BB8, R2, and you know, either Kenobi or Nihilus or Commander Luke, or you know, there's a bunch of characters that can go together in this. So with this, all allies are going to gain 80% turn meter and advantage, critical chance up, critical damage up, offense up, and speed up for 4 turns. So it's just going to load your team down with buffs. And then droid and resistance allies recover 20% protection. That's awesome. And then it starts on cooldown and it can't be evaded. And whenever a droid ally scores a critical, it reduces the cooldown of this ability by 1. So then now we've got a couple of different ways here to reduce the cooldown of this ability. The cooldown is 70, but you would be surprised how quickly you can get that whittled down properly. And his unique abilities, he's got 2 unique abilities, and when they're maxed out, BB8 has 80% counter chance, and when he attacks out of turn, he calls a random resistance ally to assist. Again, that's going to be awesome on resistance teams. I can't stress enough how awesome this little guy is. So when BB8 takes damage, he has 50% chance to gain Foresight for 2 turns. That's awesome. Foresight is basically like removing another enemy's turn from them if they attack your character with Foresight. And at the start of each encounter here, BB-8 is going to be giving 8% turn meter to each active droid, and when BB-8 evades hits, droid allies are going to get 8% health and 8% protection. So that's going to make him pretty awesome on droid teams as well. You don't see a lot of droid teams out there, so it's really nice seeing BB-8 having a little bit of a droid faction love going on there. That's BB-8 for you guys, and that's his kit reveal. That's the event. I hope you guys found this video informational and helpful, and this is JediMasterJosh here. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will definitely be making more videos, and I will see you guys soon.